Hi everyone.
Morning.
Today is today, and yesterday we didn't make a video because
Got home very late.
we got home very late because we went to lots of places. And tomorrow I'll be probably making a video about yesterday because
There's lots of time tomorrow.
I have lots of time tomorrow and I can edit
And I have lots of footage from tomorrow. From yesterday.
from yesterday for tomorrow. So yeah, there's that. And tomorrow will be tomorrow.
So tomorrow is Toji Temple Flea Market? Yeah, Toji Temple Flea Market and Kinkakuji, which is also a temple. I think Toji's a temple as well. Yeah, Toji, Kinkakuji,
Yeah.
Ji Temple. Yeah, they're temples.
That's a Japanese lesson for you.
Yeah, it ends in the kanji for temple and it's pronounced Ji.
Sometimes.
In Toji and
Yeah.
Kinkakuji. Why is Toji pronounced Toji?
Don't worry about it. Don't even think about it.
Okay. Well, Tokyo isn't in... It's really confusing with names, whether or not to pronounce them on... which reading to use. And I just realized that the Tokyo is the Chinese reading. To is not how you say east. It's like Nishi or Kachi or Kara, Kara. I don't remember my directions. I suck at them. I suck at them so much. I can barely read the kanjis and I can't read the directions.
Yeah!
Anyway.
So, yeah. There was that. That'll be tomorrow for yesterday.
That should be fun.
So, what did you do today? Yes.
What did I do today?
What did you do today?
I just went to class. I almost fell asleep in one of my classes. That was fun. And apparently you're starting.
Yeah. We have a group of friends kind of now, and we are basically our fun recently has been talking about a D&D campaign, Dungeons and Dragons campaign, which started up pretty much in conversation because people were talking about how nerdy they were, and then we started talking. Rowan brought up that he played D&D, and I'm like, I know that. What do you normally play? And we got a large conversation. Apparently, 3 out of the 4 people in the conversation were playing D&D, and we were all like, oh, it would be fun if we could get a group together to actually play it. There was a guy that kind of wanted to play it that was in the group that hasn't gotten back to us at all for a character. But we've been designing our characters. Midnight, me and another girl, and... Oh. And, yeah, there's... there's, her, me, and our friend have been making our characters and having a very interesting time. And
our other friend is the DM.
And our other friend is the DM.
It's his first time, which should be fun. But
and he has a very thought-out world because apparently his dad is a DM and he also likes making worlds.
And there's a friend that's doing it. Long story.
And the last person hasn't been in contact with us at all.
But you guys have the same class as him. Does she?
I don't.
Okay, Nicole, go. The other girl has the same class as him. So.
No. The DM has the same class as him. But, yeah. So we've been designing our characters. We have very interesting characters now. We bought dice because we're here without dice.
And he's been wanting to buy dice for a very long time. So that's the nerdy thing over, and that's what we've been doing recently, kind of like screwing with putting in feats and traits and flaws into our characters, which is actually just making it a lot more fun. Because none of us want some OP character that's just super awesome, because that's no fun.
So we all have
they
like
both
a
have,
whole bunch of
They have
traits.
unrequited love for me, and I don't like being touched.
And
a lot.
the
And
wiki for the thing, which is where I would get flaws, has been down recently, and I've been wanting to get flaws
Down.
because flaws are nice to have because they get more to your character.
Use the Google Cache.
And
Oh
so
wait, yay.
there's that. I keep losing my track.
Wait, the nerdiness was supposed to be over.
Oh yeah, apparently it's supposed to be over. Except the wiki's down, so I'm kind of all because I can't.
I'll
Yeah.
teach him how to use the Google Cache because it actually works for this site. Because Google's cache hasn't worked for some sites recently. Or it doesn't have to anymore. I think what we've been doing. And
Yeah.
yeah.
I have to design my character twice.
I need to turn in some paperwork for doing visas.
I am passing my Japanese
He's
classes.
passing, so
Oh
we get
my
this.
gosh,
So
I got a C on both of my midterms, and I'm passing my classes, the C, in both classes.
but he'll do better next semester because he knows how it works now.
Actually, I don't know about my written class. I haven't seen my grade for my written class. I think that I'm doing better in my written class than my spoken class. So I probably have around a C in my written class as well. But
Still, they're high C's. So they're like almost C plus status because we have the dumbest grading system ever.
oh no, I do have it. I did see my grade, so I do have a C in both.
Okay, good. You have a C in both, so he's passing.
I was so worried because if you fail a class here,
He gets sent home.
you get sent home. You don't get to stay for the rest
No.
of the time that you have planned to stay here. And that would really suck because it's
Mhm.
awesome here, and also there's a manga class next semester.
And supposedly, if you study abroad for one semester, it's just not as good as studying abroad for 2 semesters, because the first semester you're still learning everything. Like, if I'd gone to England, Australia, or New Zealand and studied abroad there, one semester, fine, I probably would have got used to everything halfway through the semester. But this is Japan, it's a different language, the culture is so different. Like, you feel like such an outsider. We're in a relatively gaijin-friendly part of town because there's just so many. But we ventured out to the Life Co., the one that I don't like, and so many stairs, and so much animosity, and just a foreigner. It's okay. Don't be afraid. It's really cute when kids are just like, kids riding on their bikes with their parents, and they just like, it's really cute. That's not what I'm talking about. It's just the kind of, the stairs is like, you don't belong here, what are you doing? It gets kind of unnerving after a while. Yeah, but we were having a bad day and we were walking anyway. I'm not saying the people in Japan aren't nice.
They're very nice. There was one guy at some point that came up. I think it's probably in the videos we probably talked about it. There was a guy that came up and talked to us and was trying to get us to translate his thing. The only problem with that was that we didn't know the Japanese to convey what the message in English said.
They were speaking really complicated English, kind of, like longer sentences and stuff that we didn't know. And we hadn't started our Japanese classes yet, so it was still like summer brain mush.
No, we had started. We just
It was
didn't
the
get.
first week.
Yeah, it was the first
We were
week.
taking the long way home still.
Yeah. But yeah,
Why were we taking the long way home?
it
We were
was.
almost late to class because of
It
that.
was very. Yeah. It was.
so
But
hot.
it's really nice. I mean, because people in Japan can just walk up to somebody and say either that they need help or help someone. Like the old guy who helped us figure out how to work your seat. There was just an old guy that was walking past and
You have to like manhandle my bike to get the seat to lower. I'm not that tall, and I don't know
and we didn't know how to figure it out because I've seen a few bikes, but I've never seen the system that they had
Yeah,
here.
and I'm like, oh, I'll pull on it,
The
but I
Japanese
didn't want
person
to
just
hurt
walked
it.
up and said
Down.
something in Japanese, and then I'm like, what? And he's like, and he went like, seat, and I think he either pointed at the seat or said seat, and then
I think you
I'm
pointed.
like,
Seat
I think
is
he
not a hard-
pointed,
Seat
and then
seat is a hard word to say. if
I'm
you're
like,
Japanese. Sounds
and
bad.
he was kind of going like his hand, and I'm like, Go ahead.
Please fix
And
my
then
bike.
he walked over to the bike and just went like,
Yeah, I just kind of like.
and then he did it a couple, and then I saw it and I'm like, oh, and then he did it a couple more times just to make sure that I knew what was going on.
I had no idea. And then I
And-
proceeded to crash into a couple poles and was like, I'm walking my bike home until I get to a place where there aren't. It was.
That was the beginning of our bike life on the
That's
streets
not
of
fun.
Japan.
Freaking, it was scary. It took me.
I think I was fine.
You were fine. I was not fine because I was nervous for the whole first week riding my bike. I was a nervous wreck.
I don't think I've done anything. No, I've done stupid things. Never mind.
Yeah, like going on the wrong side of the road.
Not
Although it's
that.
kind of hard to
Not
resist.
that.
Okay, anyway, we've rambled for way too long.
Way too long. This is basically a transition video. I'm sorry.
This is supposed to be like 2 minutes long, being like, hey, awesome video tomorrow with lots of pictures of temples and bus passes and all kinds of stuff. But no, it's not. Good night, because I'm tired. I'm going to bed.
Sorry.
I need s-
I'm sorry. Bye. What's wrong with it?
It's on and it's bugging me.